It can be rare to come across a game that is both amusing and one I find myself so immersed in quite the way Catherine does. The original version of the game was released on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in 2011. Catherine Full Body is an updated remake of the original with an added love interest, revamped dialogue, and some renovated puzzles. I'm Lexi.
And I'm Durs.
And today we'll be having a quick taste of Catherine Full Body. Catherine Full Body is a puzzle platformer / social simulation game that allows you to accompany Vincent, a 32-year-old wannabe bachelor, through his now unstable and tantalizing love life. Each night, Vincent finds himself in a new torturous puzzle dream where he has to climb to his escape by shifting blocks, while avoiding falling, evil bosses, treacherous blocks, and other unnatural obstacles. Is that about right?
Yeah, that sounds about right, but it's not all. The pressure is on because this game follows Inception rules, and if he fails, he will be found dead the next morning like the many other unfaithful men in the story, and they're all cursed by some sort of witch. They end up looking like a raisin. Within the dream, the other men appear to him as sheep, and he appears to them as sheep as well. With their memories of the dream actually being erased every single morning, any possibility of him or his fellow climbers knowing each other in the real world is pretty difficult, besides some of the similarities in the articles of clothing and the voices of the sheeps.
Following each puzzle level, you will be asked a question hosted in a confession booth like some kind of up church, all of which will affect the outcome of the game and determine what kind of Vincent you are. One aspect of the game that is my personal favorite is the anime-style cutscenes that help explain the story with a more smooth and illustrative graphic style in between the puzzles and socializing portions of the game. There's hit him with a summary.
Right, so to recap, each night you venture into a new puzzle map, answer a personal question or two by some weirdo, and you awaken into the real world where you're tortured by your girlfriends in real time, which is probably my favorite portion of the game because the girls are hot. Anyway, you find yourself at the end of the day at a local bar called the Stray Sheep. Get it? Stray Sheep? Cause you're a sheep in the game? Yeah, it's really good. High quality humor here. Anyway, this is where Vincent engages in dialogue to help you decide what kind of person he is and where his heart truly belongs.
With so many different paths to take, there are multiple endings based on the choices you make and the things you say. It can be fun to go back and play the game on different difficulties or switch up the kind of person you allow your character to become, just to see the difference it will make in Vincent's future.
Overall, there are really no other games out there like Catherine Full Bodied. With such a mixed form of gameplay, multiple paths to take, an awesome art style, some great music, and intriguing storyline, this game is super difficult to put down, especially if you're like me and you want to find each one of those endings. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say this game is for everybody though, so we're going to elaborate.
Catherine is for sure a fun game, but can be quite a seductive series, and while the main character is influenced by you, he still does some things that are sorta out of your control. If you enjoy puzzles, simulation games, or even just a bit of relationship drama, Catherine is a game with loads of fun in store.
But if you enjoy a game with a bit less turmoil, or don't prefer the different genre types, specifically the puzzling, and maybe not being locked into so much opportunities for excessive amounts of dialogue, this game is probably not going to be as enjoyable for you as it was for me and Lex. It's packed in with casual cursing, violence, partial nudity, difficult puzzles, and sexuality. This game is for sure mature, and it should be played by those with a good sense of humor and are willing to try something new, and even then, some of these scenes can be pretty awkward and intense, and maybe not always appropriate for the living room if you have somebody else around.
Catherine Full Body is a game about a hesitant and unsure man still deciding who he wants to become in his early adulthood. If helping Vincent escape his nightmares puzzle dreams, engage in some fun decision-based dialogue, and navigating around the crazy women in his life sounds like fun, then this game is one that will be hard to forget.
Well, at Silent Shed, we hope that you really enjoyed what you see and you're actually thinking about checking out Catherine, but even if you're not and you still enjoyed the video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification. We have tons of Borderlands content on the way, so get excited about that. Me and Alexis have a date though, a date with some wine and our virtual girlfriends.